Tristan Strong, Chapter 41, The Magic Axe. The drumbeat grew louder, and the sound of flapping wings floated past my ear on a faint breeze. As the whole beast reached for my friends, as Fetterleads stormed after me, and brandflies circled the silver gem lights like vultures, the drums pounded harder and harder, and I stopped running. A crow cawed, and thunder clapped, and everyone in Ishlangu froze in time. Seems like you in a spot of trouble. Sure it does. High John stepped out of the fold of the old familiar's wings, his footsteps sending little twisters of dust spinning down the ramp. In one hand, he held an axe with a head that glowed like an angry red coal. I swear I saw a face on it winking at me. You came back, I half accused, half sobbed. Thought I wouldn't? I didn't answer. Instead, I pointed to where Ayana and Thandui lay just past the motionless arm of the whole beast. Please, you've got to help them. Ayana's been branded, and maybe Thandui too. I can't tell if they're moving, and the whole beast is going to swallow them and drag them away if we don't. Okay, High John said. We're going to do this together, all right. I took a breath and then another and nodded. High John grinned, clapped me on the shoulder, and backed up and turned to face the whole beast. He eyed it, then patted the head of his axe. Okay, love, seems like we need to go to work again. High John took a few steps back down the ramp to where the charging Fetterlings were suspended in time. He motioned for me to follow. You come help me with these fancy contraptions. Let old familiar take care of those poison flies. And my axe hand will handle that giant over there. Sure it will. Your axe will? My voice trailed off as High John tossed the axe in the air, and it stayed there. I licked my lips. She gifted John a magic axe, I recited. Hey now, I know that story. I can't believe it's true. One of the many stories Nana used to tell us about High John was how he fell in love with the devil's daughter. In order to win her hand, the devil told him he had to clear an enormous field, plant corn, and harvest it all in one day. The devil's daughter, in love with a man, gave High John a magic axe and plow to complete the task. Where's the plow? I asked. High John raised an eyebrow. You want me to plant some iron monsters? No, I guess that wouldn't make sense. I reckon it wouldn't. Now, you got any more questions, or can we mosey on about our business? I raised my fists and nodded. He snorted and tilted his head at old familiar. The giant crow cawed once more and flapped its enormous wings. The air in the giant hall shimmered and rippled like a pond when you skip stones across it, and the world came back to life. The next few minutes were a blur. I punched left and right nonstop, knocking the Fetterlings off the ramp and smashing them into the wall. High John danced between the iron monsters, tangling them up as they lunged at him and leaving him twisted in rusty knots. Juicy targets for my hooks and uppercuts. The ramp was just wide enough for High John and me to defend. Nothing got past us. Chop, chop, chop. High John's axe went to work on the whole beast. I caught a glimpse once when I spun away from the attack. It wasn't pretty. You ever see a twig get caught beneath a lawnmower or tree branches fed into a wood chipper? Yeah, chop, chop, chop. Meanwhile, old familiar cawed and hunted brandflies. Though the bugs swarmed around him, the poison didn't seem to have any effect on the shadow bird. His black feathers just absorbed it like ink into a page. Then, with a clack of his beak, the flies were gone. I even managed to punch a few knotted up Fetterlings into the air and watched as old familiar snapped them up too. Last one, High John called, kicking a wriggling and screeching tangle of Fetterlings down the ramp toward me. I sized them up, gripped both hands together like a club, and grinned. 4, I shouted, and then belted the iron monsters clear off the ramp. Nice. I grinned, but the small smile fell off my face when I heard a moan of pain. High John and I sprinted up the ramp, kicking aside battered and deformed brandflies, and slid to a stop next to Thandui. Chestnut laid on Ayana's chest, listening. The tiny bunny lifted her head slowly like it weighed twice as much as usual, and her eyes glistened. She's not breathing, she whispered. My blood froze.